The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. The Canes will kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Gamecocks offense... Possession of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield making plays.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Unloads quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense, quick tempo. The play action fake. Into traffic, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
The Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points. And instead...
And more yards after contact. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll try the counter. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They're There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, Dave. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they...
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecock.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Caught in the backfield, it's Wells. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Here comes the hurry up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses to 40. And he's running in the open. You want to talk about ending the first quarter on a bang. A huge chunk play before they finally get him out of bounds to end the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here's the handoff. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's reverse. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. 30 short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
They stop him just a length or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Brown has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Carr. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Marshall looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Thundering Herd. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a show. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Sellers. They're setting up the screen. Fighting off the defender. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll give it to the back. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. That gives him 54 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. He's going to pass. Keeps it going. Quarterback extends the play. Still running at the 40. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Fires to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to scramble. Open space at the 25. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to
send it downfield. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Second down coming up. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass on second down. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And as he throws, that pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset with himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play, fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Red pass, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time.
Going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Now, 4th down.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Let's go. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. The expressway is wide open. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Miami.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback...
And when the pressure gets to him, down goes the quarterback. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Got his man in the middle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Gamecocks are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. Discards a man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll leave it with him. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to BYU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he's looking downfield. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires on the move. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it on the move. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. So Miami's offense will get the first crack at it here. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like we were talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back.
He is smashing people. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground in the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the...
And he breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're getting this guy lathered up. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have.
And that pass is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. How confusing is it when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Gonna take a shot. And he's got it at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane! The trickeration, the flea flicker, the gadget plays, such chicanery and shenanigans and duplicitous dealings from this offense. David, how do you describe it?
Well, first I need a dictionary to understand what half of those words mean, but I gotta go with the Statue of Liberty. That's easy to understand. It's got more meaning behind it than just football. The Statue of Liberty is by far the best.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Give to Brown. Running with power. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. He's already got 46 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They'll leave it with the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Back to throw, it's Sellers. They're trying to get to it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll run it. It's Brown. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Looking to the big tight end. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He fires to the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The Canes need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, he just flat ran over it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. He's now up to 95 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Brown has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. It'll be a run on third and short. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Touch pass on the run. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cage. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Give to the single back. Nifty little dance step. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Moves away as he feels pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking for a man on second down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Sellers. They'll run the screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. Bulls his way forward. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense takes matters into their own hands. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Four receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hurricanes send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to Brown. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Flushed out of the pocket. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Carr. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it! Touchdown Gamecocks! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed up.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Going up top on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Might be looking to run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the right. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to run it to the right. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for a long touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. Never breaks stride. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Caldwell. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 40, running inside the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Canes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there and get me one more.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Dropping back, it's Sellers. It's caught downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take...
He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Feeling some heat. Buying some time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Miami. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground. That's a 20. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive